Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Sea, where the grinding is finally over. I have an abundance of money, 40,000 echoes in fact. I did have 50,000, but well, I decided I wanted to buy a new ship, a myriad-class frigate, the Clytemnestra. Not sure I like the name, but it's what it came with. And with this ship, I can now mount the Memento Mori, so I'm going to be having some fun with that. And I do have enough money that I could, should I so choose, go here and purchase a Seaside mansion, which I will do now. Something up by the Prickfinger Wastes, but not too near the carnival. Something with a view. A grand estate. The mansion has fallen on sad times, but your crew get it in ship shape. Painting walls, polishing floors, rousting out the occasional nest of eye-stealing star spiders. And now, with this mansion, I could, should I so choose, retire from seafaring life. It's tempting. Oh, so very tempting. And we will, in time. In fact, by the end of this episode, we'll have allowed this captain to retire in luxury. But first, before that, we have a task. You see, I want to know how the bazaar gets around, and this gentleman knows. And he's willing to show me and produce an engine that will act in a similar manner to the bazaar's engines, or at least that's my understanding of it. It's built on the same principles, so presumably it works the same, and it works really well. I want to see that before we retire this captain and then await the Submariner expansion. So that's what we'll be doing, but not before we, deal with some other business. For example, the Alarming Scholar. She's willing to take blue scintillac, and I do have a spare, so I'm curious what she'll make of it. Apocyan, that's not a hue we often see here. Careful inspection. Thank you, the Department of Paradoxic Optics loves this sort of thing. The vendor biters are far too fond of colors, and they can generally outbid us. My, yes, they could have. Still, no actual insight into apocyanic light at all? I have to say you are quite the disappointing fellow, sir. Or ma'am. Don't really know how you identify yourself. Don't really care either at the moment. So, we must journey to the east. To some place that isn't here. Also, we need to really test out this Memento Mori because I really want to see how it destroys things. What can I say? I'm a little bit of a violent captain. Oh, that reminds me though. While we were grinding, I was able to improve the situation for London. Let me see here. Supremacy. The Dawn Machine is rising, but London is now substantial. And so I can speak to this determined doctor and give him a long talk for London. His problem is that he keeps choosing unworthy causes. Perhaps he can be pushed to a worthy one for once. Oh, my, this is a speech. A patriot is born. Over a meal of Z-trout and wine, you do your best to bring him round. Is the world perfect? No. Neither surface nor Neath will ever make that claim. Is all well in London? Hardly. He's not wrong there. However, you point out he has a better chance than most to put his unquestioned skills to use in the name of all her people. And his regrets? Well, to do something terrible for one's country is barely a matter of shame at all. He looks up. Something in his eye has gone, possibly forever. You're right, of course. Perhaps I shall put about inquiries the next time we're in port. For now, though, I will return to my duties. There, at least, I know that I can serve with a measure of honor. Here, they gave me this in the shadow. It's not fitting that I keep it. May you use it better than I would. I do hope I haven't done much damage to him. Haunted Doctor is different, you say? You increase my hearts. You know, I'm curious. Let's just quickly dock back at port. The disillusioned doctor, he used to believe in things. I'm curious if he'll believe in things again and become better, should I return to London. We'll find out in a moment. London. Hi, we're in London now. Do you do anything? No? Just disillusioned. A pity. Unimportant, though, in the grand scheme of things. The main goal is to make it to, well, first, the Shellinate, Need to pick up 40 crates of Stygian ivory. Then to King Eater's castle to do something. Of course, with how creepy that place is, something might be something awful. But, well. Aren't all great things awful in some way? No, they aren't. This one will be, though, I suspect. I mean, we are basically copying the design of... I don't know, what is the bazaar exactly? It's a messenger, it traveled the stars, it's technically a sentient space-faring creature? I'm not sure how you would actually describe it in basic terms. Although, fun fact, we might be able to find out. Sunless Skies is coming. It's going to be kickstarted in February, if I remember right. Although, it's a game that has me both excited and worried. You see, when they made the Sunless Sea, they had something to build from. They had a deep lore that had already been written up. The High Wilderness, though, I'm not sure that that's ever been fully explored. Hi there. I'm just gonna, chat with this fellow for a minute. Blue Skintalak. We're gonna be targeting that one, please, thank you. And shoot it. Oh. Okay, I'm into that. Yep, kind of into that, Okay. I see what we're doing and how we do it. The effect could perhaps be better, but, extra firepower, always great, always lovely. Oh my, the damage on it, too. Yep, I'm happy. Happy with our choices. Now, as I was saying, though, I'm concerned a bit about the Sunless Skies that's coming because, nobody's explained the High Wilderness. I'm sure they have something written up, and I'm assuming that they have plenty of potential stories there. Apparently the stars will be dying, and I'm very curious what exactly is going to be out there killing stars. And how exactly London's going to expand into the High Wilderness, which is basically space. Space in the same sense that, well, no, not space as we understand it, it's more, the domain of stars and judgments. Well, stars are judgments. Look, it's complicated, and I'm sure it will remain complicated and slightly mysterious. Well, at least until it's all explained eventually. In time. Still, that's not really a matter for right now. Right now, what we have to worry about is getting me an engine, because I really want to see how it works, and then retiring peacefully and calmly, and preparing for the, And then preparing for the days of, submarining. Submariners? The verb version of being in a submarine. And seeing what's, going on down here. Also, I kind of want to find, some fun enemies. Mount Nomad, for example, who I probably won't find because he's usually in the north. But I could find other fun creatures. Really, there was a place I hadn't discovered already. That's amazing. You're just a regular old bound shark, but I'm willing to kill you. And then he died. Oh, it's not even fair anymore. Hi. Gonna just eat you, if you don't mind. Thank you. Won't keep, but it looks tasty. And it was. Oh my, yes. Should have done this earlier. Should have done this a long time ago. But then again, hasn't this captain just brought us so much fun? It's also panicked me a few times. Actually, speaking of, there are supposed to be some new stories in the latest patch, so... Well, those can be explored by our future captain. Oh, another Alcaeus class corvette. You see, I found out that actually is supposed to be the pirate poet who pilots this ship, or captains the ship rather. Unfortunately, I apparently don't have the DLC that's necessary to actually, find that out. And so, you are not a particularly interesting enemy to me right now. But you're dead anyway. And then you see this happens, you just scuttle it, and then, I don't know, it just feels wrong. It doesn't have the same feel as when you actually take out a real ship, or a real enemy, like the pirate frigates, or the wonderful, delightful creatures of the sea. Still. Nuncio, Isle of Cats, Shellinate. That seems reasonable. Need to make a profit on this trip anyway, I mean, you know. You know how things can get. How bad things can get, and how quickly they get that way. Oh dear. Dear. Still, I'm gonna miss this captain, I think. They're very well armed. And have a lot of money at the moment, although our next captain should have a fair amount. Been building up a few... Oh, just a rat barge, never mind. A few heirlooms I've been building. We should be set. And probably able to start off with... Well, that's not entirely... I don't know what's required to actually get your hands on a submarine, but I imagine we'll be able to do it fairly quickly and easily. Can't be too complicated. So yes, this rat barge, it dies. Not because I have any particularly malicious feelings towards rats. Ooh. That was a little bright flash when that went down. That's actually kind of cool. I like it. I approve of this. I'm Professor Bright, and I approve of the sinking of this rat barge. Oh, my. Let's hide these guys. Just enjoy the calm, relaxing... Really? Gotta put... Oh, nope, there we go. I was expecting the more grim music. This actually, unless I am much mistaken, is a version of the theme that came with the latest patch. Yep. You have the vocalist, you hear her. Not really saying anything, more of just humming, really. Still, she has a lovely voice. Or not voice. The lovely ability to vibrate her vocal cords. No. No red honey for us. Need that money to buy 40 units of Stygian ivory. Because there's, a need for that in order to build an engine. Obviously. Why wouldn't there be? Speaking of which, I still have the sapphire, right? Yeah. Good. Particularly tormented bound shark? Well... Yeah, about that. I'm sorry, friend. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But I just can't let you be. I'm a mean-spirited person who's just sort of venting my anger at this entire world at the moment. You guys have caused me a lot of trouble over the years. Yeah, there we go. And you know what? Let's take a look at your cage armature. It told me nothing. Oh well, got to use some parts for it. Still, we know that those are apparently made by the, well, I say made by the, tormented by the shining folk of the Grand Geode. Troublesome little creatures. Still, won't have to worry about them for much longer. Well, not entirely true. I've actually been told I should support the Geode. Or rather support the god of the Geode? Not sure what exactly the Dawn Machine's relation is, but support the Dawn Machine. I mean, I fundamentally disagree with doing that, but I am admittedly curious. Very curious what happens if it gets to complete supremacy, and what exactly it will do. And when we saw what happens when you go past the western edge, it was certainly something. Something peculiar. Oh, this reminds me. We have to find someone to teach secrets of butchery to the bandaged poisoneer. Well, we might as well. A bone man shows you the glyphs cut into his white dusted palms. They mean separation, he tells you. He will instruct your chef. if you can provide your worth. Or rather, if you can prove your worth. An improvement. When the poisoneer returns to the ship, he is red to his elbows. I've learned what I need to know, he says, his voice haggard. Back in the galley, he throws away all his knives but one. You watch it slice, skin, bone, and butterfly, as precise as a surgeon's scalpel. As quick as a minnow. Flesh goes one way, skin and organs another. As the crew dine, he seeks you out. It goes well, my captain. I have my initial ingredients. I have my skills, but the flavors I pursue must be coaxed forth, like a hermit crab from its shell. I'm afraid I need very particular seasoning. Murder salt and zoop. They sell the former at Wither, where the salt pools fizz and pop. Zoop is made at Mount Palmerston. Its composition is a secret, but anything that can be combined can be separated again with the right equipment. Interesting. And now, just get me my port report and my ivory. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to dispose of something. Well, actually, let me get rid of... what's the least valuable here? Probably the coffee. Done. And that is 40 units of Stygian ivory, a casket of sapphires, a secret from Frost found. The rather unpleasant... oh, speaking of, the unsettling sage. I can talk to him. I have a strange catch. Captain, hello, a charming ship you have. Sorry, I can't really mimic his voice very well. But let's invite the unsettling sage to dinner. His tastes are piscine in the extreme. Or piscine, rather. A candid discussion. I am accustomed, he admits frankly, to being used as a tool. This is what your mechanic will do, no matter. I am in his debt. My pupil made me as a repository of secrets. It will be a relief when that ends, but until then I shall keep the secrets a little longer. Still, your company is pleasant. This is for you. He hands you a little nodule of deep amber. It is warm to the touch. Oh my god, he's a rubbery man. He's a rubbery man who was made more human. Interesting. Hello. Hello, friend. What are you doing around here? Huh. The Eater of Names, Crew 77. Let's try to kill it. This seems like a good idea. I wanted to fight, after all. And move backwards. You're not even attacking me. Okay, now you're attacking me. Unfortunately, you're not going to attack me well enough for it to matter at all. And 3. And get back. There we go. And still suffering damage, but we're going to be able to take it out, no problem. Eater of Names will be no more. You know, it probably would have been a better tactic to not actually use the back cannon at all, and just focus on the Memento Mori. But that's neither here nor there. It's dead. Hi. The Eater of Names is destroyed. The worms are screaming, the boat is shattered. Wild-eyed Shellenite zealots leap into the Z. None of them try to swim. As far as you can tell, they're diving straight down with no intention of coming back up. Ah. We could seize its cargo. The Eater of Names has long plundered unwise strangers in the name of death and the Great Shell. Perhaps they've kept something of use. But instead we could seize its figurehead. The color is Gant, that color which remains when all else has been consumed. A grisly relic. They must have taken this from the Z near the Gant pole, the place that draws dying monsters. The memories of slow, deep death adhere to it like rags of skin to bone. Perhaps you'll find a use for it. Perhaps indeed we will. Question though. Interesting. I'm sorely tempted to go back to Venderbite. But no. No, I think I should not. Why? Well, we can always leave a few mysteries for our next captain. We have a child, after all. Need to give them some adventure. Oh dear, this fuel situation, though. Lights out, perhaps. At least for a while. That's actually a fair question. I'm wondering if the Fulgent Impeller is going to make our fuel situation better or worse. I'm inclined to say better simply because having more engine power seems to make you more efficient in terms of travel. Yes, you use up more fuel, but you also get where you're going quicker, so... At least I think that's how that works out. I hope it is. It would be quite devastating if it wasn't. In fact, it'd be quite devastating to me in particular, which is the worst kind of devastating. Yeah, why not? Stop at Estival. Sun. Compile our report. And... I'd rather gather supplies, thank you. Oh. Well, we could lose 2 supplies, no harm done there. Exotic delights. You fill your stores with breadfruit, sugarcane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs, and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. But on the way back to the ship, one of your crew topples over with a groan. She's smiling blissfully. Go on, Captain, she says. I've missed the sun. Her eyes close. Sunlight is perilous for those who've lived in the neath too long. Which is a shame, because I've been exposed to a ton of sunlight over the course of this grinding session. It's the past grinding session. Oh. I tell you, it really shows you the weaknesses of this game when you actually try to grind it. The story is beautiful, wonderful. That is a mysterious thing. I really want to find out what that is. I will find out what it is. You know what? Why not? Hi. But yes, the weaknesses of this game become very apparent when you grind. I see. I would have you die, sir. Please. If you would. Actually, this is a fairly effective tactic against this little guy. Reverse. I'm curious what will happen when I dissect you. Dissect it for knowledge. The shell is shattered, the glowing Illicii lies silent. Same as a regular old crab. 7 pillars on the bottom holding up a roof. Representing something. Something unknown. But also not really important at the moment. All clear, fellows, all clear. Oh. A glorious dreadnought. No doubt belonged to the Dawn Machine's little followers. Could kill it. Could kill it. Flee the nightmare. And yes, we're free from the nightmares. Lovely. That, though, has never been a problem of ours. You know what? Why not? Oh, you want to pick a fight, huh? Good choice, friend. Good choice. Ah, there's 2 of you. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Probably should have waited a little bit. Still. Simple tactics. Simple, basic tactics. Take a hit, but if we can just... Yep, come on. Move, move, move. Need you to move just a little bit further. Okay. And there it goes. The glorious dreadnought. Scuttle it. And we find nothing. Nothing of value. Just candles from hell. Huh. Pity. You see, that's one of those things that I think they should have expanded on. I mean, I just took out a ship that clearly either belonged to hell or to, more likely in my opinion, the followers of the Dawn Machine. I mean, there's got to be a story there. Come on. A pity that there was nothing. Still. Let's go here. And construct the Fulgent Impeller. Actually, before we do that... Hi, can I speak to you about anything? Nope. I could proposition you in theory? Nope. Don't think I'm going to do that. So yes. Oh. Compiler report. This actually seems like something I might want to do later. Anyway. Construct the Fulgent Impeller. Under directions from the mechanic, your crew piece the slabs of black ivory together, as the ancients were said to assemble stone walls without mortar. Sometimes they must saw a piece in half, or braid its size to make it fit. But the work proceeds with surprising speed. The impeller begins to take shape, a squat, heavy-shouldered shape, like a scarecrow built to resemble an engine. I don't think this is engineering anymore, the mechanic confides. Possibly it's witchcraft, but I don't really mind. He rubs his hands. Destiny's engine. Oh my, the jokes I could make. Well now. Now the mechanic wraps ivory segments with wire and scalds them with acid. He stains them with blood. I'll need some of yours too, he says apologetically. You are the captain. He studs the bones with sapphires. He has the sailors bring up his last 2 custom-made components, an assemblage of copper tubes, in which he places the element of dawn, and a steel capsule the size of a barrel which he has the sailors lock into the impeller's black bone core. Almost ready, he affirms. It just needs a spark and a heart. He looks to the unsettling sage. Yes, I know, the sage says a little sadly. The heart is Destiny's engine. He climbs into the capsule at the impeller's heart, and locks the framework into place behind him. The mechanic strikes the tubes which contain the element, and it spits forth a sizzle of rosy light. The ivory blazes instantly with energy. The capsule, instantly incandescent with heat, seals shut forever. With a ticking sound, it slowly begins to cool. The impeller stands radiant and whole before you, a jigsaw of heartlessly blazing ivory, with a martyr at its core. What a relief, the mechanic says. I wasn't entirely sure that would work. He claps you on the shoulder. My work is done. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my. Can we talk about that? No? We can't talk about the thing that you just did? Okay. Well then. Got me a new engine with fuel efficiency plus 50%, like it. Engine power plus 5,000 compared to 1,500. Good. These are the forces that drive the bazaar. The impeller runs very, very hot. So interesting. Each of the stone pigs. Are they run by human sacrifice? Oh, that is quite the thing, isn't it? And we are quite speedy now, aren't we? Quite a bit speedier than I would have expected us to be. Well, we're going to make short work of this little trip. Do perhaps need more fuel, though. Perhaps. Could just turn off the lights, though. Oh, my. Look at us go. Oh, I should have done this ages ago. But how was I to know? Oh, my. Still, that is actually very interesting. I wonder... You see, we described the bazaar as a person, as a sentient thing. Is there an actual human... Well, that's a bit galling to say it's an actual human being at the core of it, but an actual sentient person at the core of the bazaar. Or just at its engines. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure how important humans are in the cosmic scale of the Sunless Sea. Huh. So many questions, so many interesting questions this raises. Also, we can just blaze through this entire area like it's nothing at this point. Killing literally everything with our ridiculous firepower. Hi, you're a thing. You belong to the Khanate, though, and I rather like the Khanate. What can I say? I have a weakness for anybody who understands electricity, even fundamentally. Or even merely, primitively. They use blue electric lights, and the thing about that is arc lights were a primitive form of... Oop, hey, you're a living thing. I don't really have time to kill you, sorry. Sorry. Gotta leave you be. We only have 2 barrels of fuel left. And we have very, very far to go. In fact, so far I'm thinking Guider's Morn might be a good idea. Probably have to sacrifice some supplies to make it. Still, we are just far too fast. Some of those sounds, though, I'm curious if they're actually changed due to the Fulgund impeller being, you know, equipped. No, still nothing. Weird that I can't ask him about the, you know, human sacrifice and making an engine out of a corpse thing. You know, that minor thing we did. Let me rephrase that. He did. He is the one who murdered a person and cooked them alive so as to create an engine. Not me. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Well. So that's my last barrel of fuel burned. Last extra barrel of fuel. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Let's just get, trading some supplies for some fuel. It'll be great. We're still going at ludicrous speed. It's amazing. Oh, this thing is amazing. And the damage I do is amazing. Everything about this is just something I love. I've got to say. Ah, we made a good choice. But let's be honest. The whole submersible thing, it's a young captain's kind of job, and this one, he's served us so well. Jonathan, you have done fantastic. You know what, does this actually do anything? No, it still doesn't do anything. I get no extra anything from overhearing rumors. Say la vie. More fuel. Oh, wow, that is really expensive, guys. By 2, 3. There. That will be more than sufficient. Should be, anyway. Oh, why do we have... Never turn the lights on. There's no need for lights. Moving so fast. For what possible reason could we need them? Hi, do you want to fight? Nah. Oh, you do? Well, unfortunately, nah. Sorry. I mean, I could, but at the same time, it's a delay, and the pirates already know I can take out any of their ships immediately with no trouble whatsoever. No real reason to worry about that. Ah, me oh my, oh me oh my. And that's the thing I love about the Sunless Sea. You get to feel safe at a certain point. Admittedly, that does mean you're inclined to just grind things, but you also have so many stories. And there are a ton of things I haven't even explored yet. I mean, I still haven't finished off, let's say, Venderbite's job. There is the core of Frostfound. There's some nonsense going in Irem and some related nonsense going in the Chelenate. And then there's the spies. I have spies in Khan's Heart, of course, but Port Carnelian could use some more. And Adam's Way, well, I mean, the Elder Continent is full of fun things for people to deal with. Do your worst, friends. And then there's the crew stories, which I still haven't even gotten everybody's stories. I've gotten 1, 2, 3 out of... Go away, please. Out of, oh, so many officers that need my attention. Admittedly, some people will probably regret getting my attention, but that's neither here nor there. But still, one captain can't do everything. Spend one last day with the family, though. And now, let's retire in comfort and at home. Victory. Retire to a life of luxury. You have a handsome mansion. You will also need a retirement fund. And we have it. And go. Peace and luxury. You didn't reach the farthest ends of the Z, or earn a chapter of your own in the histories, but you will live out your days in well-cushioned, pleasantly heated, chandelier, tinkling refinement and delight. Your cellar is full, your servants are attentive, beyond the windows of your study, the sea glimmers in the light of the false stars. On quiet evenings you raise a glass to it, your defeated foe. You have everything that money might conceivably buy, everything else is beside the point. This captain's career is complete. Now have a trophy, an impossible restaurant bill. An impossible restaurant bill tucked into a desk drawer is a restaurant bill with a triple-circled final total larger than the cost of most ships. Of course. Of course. And we have our scion. Oh. It's the sound of victory, my friends. And that is a beautiful sound. A joyous conclusion. Admittedly, we have a lot of other things we need to do. An adumbration of her heart. Behold her ladyship. As in the traitor empress or someone else? Oh. We have a lot of things we could do. A lot of things that need to be done. We were a salvager, perhaps. Although, we could keep the memento mori. And we'd start with enough money to start off with the frigate. Oh, I like this idea. I like this idea very much. We accept this legacy. And... oh yes. Well, no. Let's go to the title screen. We'll worry about this later. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I shall see you all very, very soon.